What's up, guys? So welcome to my plant haul. I'm excited to show you all the plants that I got for May and June. For those of you who have not seen my plant hauls this year, I'm actually only gonna do plant hauls every other month. So every other month you're gonna see me pop on here and show you all the plants that I got for the last 2 months. I felt like every month was a little too much, especially if I didn't get any plants that month. It's a little easier for me to like be able to find these wishlist plants and really find like plants that I really want instead of running to Lowe's and just grabbing what I can find. I feel like this is working out really well for the 2-month thing. Like, it's working really well. I'm loving it. So I have to tell you, in May, I almost didn't buy any plants. And in June, I bought like all the plants. I'm excited to show you all of the plants that I have. And like I do at the end of this video, I'll total it all up so you guys can see the grand total. But keep in mind that the grand total is for 2 months. All right, so let's get started. Let's start off with what plants did I get in the month of May. May was a really busy month for me. We got a new roof, we got a new fence. So we have just been dealing with that, and it's been chaos in my house for the last couple of months. We got the roof replaced around the end of June. And up to that point, I hadn't bought any plants. So kind of a little story. With the roofers, they accidentally dropped a tool or something, fell through our ceiling and actually punctured our drywall in our ceiling, which led me to Home Depot, and I got this beautiful Hoya. Of course I have to check the plant section, guys. Like how can you not? So this Hoya, I absolutely had to get. It is so pretty. Now I do have a Hoya Crimson Queen, Crimson Princess, but this Hoya Crimson Princess is just too pretty. Like, too pretty to pass up, so I had to get it. Absolutely had to get it. I actually put my Hoya Crimson Queen Princess combo outside. So that is actually living, it's hanging off of a tree, and it's doing really well, like growing actually really well out there. That's kind of part of my consolidation and my just kind of weaning out some plants. You know, I'm still doing the 1 in, 1 out. I know I haven't really talked about that a lot. I will do a video on that soon, kind of letting you guys know how the process is going with me consolidating my plants. But I had to get this plant. Like, this is just such a beauty. Was it on my wish list? No. But you know what? It should have been, because I absolutely love it. It sits in a hanging planter and does really, really well. It's getting like kind of full sun. It's like a southeast window, so it does get a lot of like morning, early afternoon sun, and then kind of nothing in the evening and afternoon. So that is my newest Hoya addition. Of course, I'm gonna be buying more Hoyas because I'm in love with them. I just can't get enough of them. So that is the only thing that I got for May. May was just such a kind of a too busy of a month for me to even think about plant shopping. But I made up for it in June. So June, I bought a lot of plants. Kind of going into my consolidation a little bit, I moved that Crimson Queen outside. I have actually started moving a bunch of plants outside, which made me think I need to go get some more outdoor plants. I'm loving having plants outside, but honestly, if you've never acclimated plants outside, it is a little difficult, especially if you live in a climate like Florida. It is hard to get them outside, like get them adjusted, especially because it's hot outside. A lot of sun, a lot of humidity. You would think they'd be fine, but they're used to my indoor climate controlled luxury like life, to me kind of just put them outside and be like, have fun. So I have a few plants that I put out there, and then I was like, I need to get more plants. So I went back out to, I think I went to Home Depot, and I was kind of shopping around. I was looking for kind of a full sun plant, like a big full sun plant that I can put in these planters that were left behind when we bought the house. I wound up spray painting them white and getting them like kind of like to my aesthetic. And then I was like, all right, we need to fill these because they used to have these poor snake plants that I have been meaning to repot for years, honestly. Hate to say that, hate to admit that, but they're just frying in that full sun. I mean, they sort of got used to it, but because this summertime, I just feel like they just needed to move. I know they're gonna be happier somewhere else, so I took them out of the pot and I'm like, we need to fill this. I wound up going to Home Depot and I got 2 really beautiful alocasias. And I was like, oh, I'm so excited. These are gonna look so good. And then they were not happy in the full sun. Online, I read several articles saying that they were okay in full sun. That area that it's in, it does get full sun. It's like full sun like for, I would say like morning to like 3 o'clock. It gets like almost full sun. So like almost all day it gets like a good amount of sun. So I actually wound up returning the alocasias because they just didn't do well. They were starting to yellow. And honestly, I didn't really love them. Honestly, I don't know what I thought buying alocasias because I told myself I'm not buying any more alocasias because they're a pain in the butt. So I was like, I don't know what I was thinking about putting them outside, but when I went back, I was like, I need to find a full sun plant that is going to be happy. I wound up going to Home Depot again, and instead of looking in the houseplant section, I went outside. I went outside in the area that has like all the trees and like all the outdoor plants, and I found these 2 huge, gorgeous birds of paradise. And I was like, that's it, I have to get these done. And they were literally sitting in full sun. So I'm like, maybe they're acclimated enough to be in that area. I put them in these pots. Now they're still in their grower pots because I wanted to make sure that they are acclimating and are happy before I actually plant them. I'm actually going to be planting them this week because they've been in there for a couple of weeks and they have been completely fine. So I'm excited to finally get them planted in the planters, and yeah, I'm just super excited. I love the way that these birds of paradise look in my pool area. It just is like, it gives you such a pretty like tropical feel. I just love them so much. And they're the white bird paradise, so they're going to have white flowers and like they have like blue like flecks in it. It's gonna be so pretty when they bloom. While I was shopping at Home Depot, I forgot to mention when I got the alocasias, I was kind of just shopping around and I have these 2 giant alocasias in my cart and I'm like, oh my gosh, I saw these Monsteras for $12. I was like, I have to get them. $12 for this giant Monstera? Of course, I'm buying it. So I threw that Monstera in my cart and I also got that as well. That one is living outside and it's doing really well. I did try to put it in full sun. I was just seeing how it would do and it definitely was like, get me out of here. So I wound up putting it back under my little tree that I have out here. That's actually right near the Hoya that I was talking about, and it's doing really well. So those 3 are the 3 plants that I got in June for my outside. So those are kind of some plants that I'm going to start getting more of. I do want to start getting more like outdoor plants because I've literally filled my house with plants, so why not get them outside? I do need to like re-landscape my whole area and get like new plants to actually plant in the ground. I was looking of getting, I think they're called oleanders or something like that, but they produce these really beautiful like magenta flowers and I am in love with them. So I might get some of those too. But I am just really excited to see like how my outdoor space is going to be completely jungly. Let's talk about the houseplants that I got for the month of June. The houseplants I got for June are actually pretty awesome. I got a plant that I actually already have, but I became impatient and I decided to buy another one. And that plant is this Philodendron Rio. So I have like this whole section is like what I have. I have some propagating, but like this whole section is what I have. And I bought literally just the stem, like long like stem, and it's gorgeous and I love it and it's beautiful and I can't get over it. It's so pretty. I became super impatient and I decided to buy another one. If you guys followed my Silver Stripe Cream Splash Journey. You guys know that I just am not patient with some plants sometimes. Like if I love them, I will just keep buying them and then just adding it in and be like, no, I grew it. I grew that. And I didn't. But no, I mean, like, it's just so pretty. Like I had to get it. I had to get it. It's just, come on, like gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So I actually did wind up getting this before the outdoor plants, but I kind of wanted to loop those into the group. But I did get this one and then the outdoor plants. Just so you know, like what I got. I usually show you what I get first in like the plant hauls. So just wanted to throw that out there. The next plant that I got for June really goes to show you how amazing the plant community is. So I got gifted this Anthurium. Oh my god, guys. She actually gave me two, but I potted them both together just because, why not? So she actually found my video, my Anthurium video, and how much I love Anthuriums, and was like, hey, let me send you an Anthurium that she actually cross-pollinated and like grew and everything. She actually has these up for sale in her Etsy shop. I will put it up here and I'll also link it below so you can check it out if you'd like one for yourself. I actually just got this leaf coming in, like as I unboxed it. It kind of opened up, but it is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for this. Like, I love this little guy so much. I mean, you guys probably know if you watch my videos that I am like loving Hoyas and loving Anthuriums lately. Like, those are two of my favorites. Probably just because they're easy. They're just so easy to care for. And speaking of other people in the plant community, I got this cute t-shirt. This Plant Lovers Club t-shirt from Earthwindandplants on Instagram. She just launched her shop. She has super cute like plant apparel, so go ahead and check her out as well. I absolutely love these t-shirts. They're like super comfortable. So that is another thing that I got from like my plant community that I love so much. But I want to show you the last plant. So the last plant that I got for the month of June is this olive tree. So this is another plant that will be living outside. This olive tree is so pretty. I got it at the grocery store for $15. So I was really excited when I saw this beautiful olive tree. This is another full sun plant, thank God, because that's what I need in my life, is these full sun plants. But I am just so excited to see like how like good this grows and eventually get olives. Can you imagine how fun that will be? We can harvest olives and I can show you how I can like make olives. I love this little guy. It was such an impulse. I actually just got this last week. So this is a very, very new plant. It's doing pretty well outside so far. Hasn't shown any issues, and I already see tons of new growth. So that's a good sign to see. So that's it. So those are the plants that I got for May and June. Here is the grand total so you guys can see how much I spent in the last 2 months. It's a little high up there, but it's not too bad. I'm excited to see what plants I get for July and August. I do have a lot of trips planned for that, so maybe I can check out some plant shops and stuff like that. So, but who knows? I know that this haul, I actually didn't check off any wishlist plants other than the Rio, but I already checked it off. But I really didn't check off any like plants that were on my wish list. Now, I didn't even know that that Anthurium existed, so it would have been on my wish list if I knew it existed. But that's basically it. So let me know in the comments, what plants did you get for May and June? But that's it for today, so I'll see you guys next week.